Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing something that I've been meaning to do. There's a helicopter flying past. Excuse me, I'm trying to film a video, can you please be quiet? So in today's video I'm going to be doing something that I've been needing to do for an extremely long time. I've been wanting to do it, I've just never had the motivation to actually sit down and actually film it because I'm kind of dreading it because I know it's going to be a big task. I don't really know how it's going to end up, but it's something that will definitely make Reese happy because I'm going to be sorting through all my makeup, probably getting rid of a bit of it. I will take you off this stand and show you what we're working with and what I've been hiding from you guys for a very long time. It's kind of stressing me out, but I need to do it. Let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to show you what we're dealing with. It's not pretty. So this is the set of drawers that I got from IKEA a little while back that you might remember me filming a video putting it together. They are all completely empty. There are a few where I popped these into. I don't know if it'll end up working because the idea I had in my head doesn't really look like this, but we're going to work with it. But this is the current state of my filming room slash makeup room. Brace yourself. So I've got a whole lot of mess on the floor, bags of makeup, just random bits of makeup everywhere, all along my desk. And then I do have a few bits and pieces here of stuff I actually haven't tried out. Because by the time I gotten, say like the Jade palette, the Doja Cat palette and the Nikki Tutorials palette, because it took a while to come to me, the kind of hype of everyone testing it kind of simmered down, so I'd never actually got around to testing them. But yeah, I don't even really know where to start. Okay, so I set up on the floor because honestly most of the stuff is just all over the floor like you saw. Maybe the best way to start this is to maybe go through all the foundations I've got. I'm not even sure what drawer to put everything in. So I think I'll have most of it up the top and work my way down because I don't want to have to be bending all the time. Yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to grab all the foundations I've got and just lie them all out on the floor. I do have this little Ultra Beauty bag that I'm thinking as I sort through everything, the stuff that I use day to day, I'll pop into there. Because sometimes when I get ready for work or whatever it is, I actually just get ready on the couch in the lounge room. I just have that sitting on the coffee table. But I will take everything out of there and kind of start from scratch, and anything I use day to day, I will pop into there. So this I've actually only used once. That was what I used to do the Halloween Harley Quinn Joker makeup. This is the foundation that I use day to day. This is a new one that I haven't opened yet because I like to have at least one ready to go, and that's in the shade 112. Then I've got my Maybelline Superstay foundation. I do have this one. It is quite old, so I think this will be one that I'll be getting rid of. And then these are just my higher end foundations that I've got, just in different shades. This is a really light one. It's almost too light for me because when I got it tested in the store, this is the one that they put on me, and in the lighting there it looked fine. Then when I went to use it, it was extremely the wrong colour. So if I don't have a tan on, I usually go for this one, which is this shade. And then the one I use when I've got a bit of a tan on is this one. So the next thing I might sort out will be concealers, because I feel like maybe I should have done the primer first to do it so it's all in order. Maybe I'll do the primers now. So I don't really have that many primers because I know lots of people swear by using a primer, but I'm one of those people who don't really have much faith in them. I usually tend to just do my normal skincare with the moisturiser and let that sink in and then put my foundation straight over that, and for me that tends to work the best. I think I'm just a little bit traumatised by using primers because I feel like the ones I have used have just broken me out. Whether they were because they were good quality or not, I don't know, but I just don't trust them. I know I said I didn't have many primers, but I thought I'd have more than at least one. So the only one that I actually have that I have used before, and I think it's actually been okay, is the Revolution Glass Liquid Skin Illuminating Skin Primer. Someone's found me. Hi Nugget. Also, while we're on the top of Nugget's actually doing so much better. She went to the vet yesterday and got her stitches out, and so she doesn't have to wear the cone anymore. She's on the mend. She's doing really, really well, so I'm very happy and pleased about that. This one I've never actually used before, and I think I might actually chuck it out. I don't even know if this is a concealer you can still buy, but I've never used it, don't think I ever will, so I think this will be going in the not keep pile. I do actually use all of these, it kind of just depends on the day. This one I tend to use on if I've got a problem area or a spot or whatever, I tend to pop that on. This is another one I sometimes use on some spots. This one I tend to go for more under my eyes. Because I usually go for these two the most, I might pop these into my everyday makeup bag. In you go. I really don't know why I thought I needed 2 sets of drawers, because I'm never going to fill them up. The next thing I'm going to pop away will be the powders. This is the one I usually go for every day because it matches my shade best with my foundation, so I will be popping that in my everyday bag. Alrighty, so naturally after I do powder, I'd usually go in with a bronzer or a contour, so I think I'll go in with those next. This one I actually don't believe I've used before. It's the Revolution Contour Powder in the shade Shape. I've got the trusty Hoola by Benefit bronzer, which you cannot go wrong with. The Mecca Max Off Duty Contour Stick, which is in the shade Medium. The Hourglass bronzer palette, which I use honestly every day. This is the Roxy Revolution. It's a contour and a highlighter palette, so I've decided to put it in with this because it's kind of in between. So it does have a bit of contour and bronzer shades on this side and then the highlighters on this side. Now that I've actually started putting stuff away, and I've started doing it in the order of how I would actually do my makeup. Now I don't know if I need to change it and put it in orders of like brands. So I put all like Maybelline together or Revolution together, and then say, you know, the Revolution Roxy stuff or the Soph stuff I've got, does that need to all go together? So I don't know if it'd make more sense to put it together in terms of brands or in the order of which I would actually use makeup. But if any of you have your makeup set up in drawers like this, let me know, and let me know how you've organised yours, because I've never actually organised my stuff into drawers like this. I've just always chucked it into a bag or like this just on the floor. If you have done it and organised your makeup drawers, let me know how you've actually decided to organise it, whether you do it in terms of the order that you would use stuff or you group it together in brands or collections. So yeah, I'd actually be interested to know. So if you do it, please let me know in the comments below how you organise your makeup drawers. I think I'm going to do a little bit of both in terms of how I organise it. I think I'm going to do, I won't put brands together. I think I'll just keep those ones as the order that I put makeup on. But I think actual collections like the Roxy one, the Soph, the Doja Cat, all that, I think I might actually put together in its own little pile, because I just picked up the Doja Cat blush palette and it makes sense to me to have all of this collection together. So maybe I'll do collections of stuff in drawers that are further down and keep all the stuff that's separate up the top. For full blushes, I've got the Revolution Ultra Blush Sugar and Spice blush palette. The next one I've got is just the normal Morphe blush palette. I don't think it's actually anything special, but the shades are actually beautiful. I always forget I've got this. I do need to actually reach for this more because I always forget it's a blush palette, because when it's closed and sitting on the floor, I always just assume that it's a eyeshadow palette, which it's not. The next one I've got is the one that you see me use all the time, Too Faced, whatever it actually is, because it's so old and rubbed off, it's not actually on there anymore. And the final blush I've got is just a Revolution blush in the shade Flirt. Alrighty, so next I'll be putting away the highlighters. Ow. I'm sure you would have just heard from that. I just smacked my head standing up on the drawer that I left out. I've actually decided to utilise these little dividers because I think it'll stop everything from rolling around too much. Let's shut the door so I don't smack my head again getting up. So I do have quite a few highlighters. Some of them I won't be putting in this drawer because some of them are from a collection that I will put together later on. So I'll just start with the one that I use most days. It's the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. The other ones I've got is the Revolution highlighter in the shade Condition. Next one I've got, which I haven't actually opened yet, is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade 100 Molten Gold. This does actually look very pretty. And I just realised I forgot another blush, which I actually used to use all the time, Instain Blush from The Balm in the shade Houndstooth. I might actually pop that in my everyday bag because I need to use that more. Nugget keeps scaring me. She keeps looking up through the window. But going back to the highlighters, these next few will go in their own collection area. One is the Doja Cat Prism Champagne Loose Powder Highlighter. The next is the Revolution and Soph Highlighter Palette. This, I must admit, I haven't used as much as her Glow one. I do use this one a lot more for highlighters than I do for this one. But I'm never going to get rid of this. This will always be sitting in my makeup drawer. So I've got a little space left up in the top drawer that I think I'm going to leave for mascaras. For mascaras, I've got, it's a bit crinkly, didn't even realise I had it, but it's the Max Factor Excess Volume Extreme Impact Mascara. Next one I've got is the Doja Cat Blooming Mascara. This I also have not tried, but it is the one with the really weird wand, if you can see the picture on the end here. Next one I've got is the Ultimate Mascara, which I really like. I think it's really beautiful. I think it's actually quite similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex one. I only have the mini one for the Too Faced one, but I'll just show you the brushes with what I mean by thinking that they're quite similar. So these are the two brushes. The one with the shorter one is the Better Than Sex one and the other one's the Authored one. They look extremely similar. I've got my Lounge Face Lash Mascara, the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, and the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. Alrighty, so this is what I've got so far. I've moved all the foundations up here, blushes along here, the primer and the concealers here, powders up here, bronzers, highlighter and mascaras here. And I've popped in the bits that I want to have in my everyday makeup bag. So this next bit is actually the part that I think might take the longest, only because we're up to the eyeshadows, lipsticks, lip glosses, all of that, which I feel like some of those I will be getting rid of because I definitely don't use them all and I definitely don't need all of them. I'm sorry about if the lighting's just changed. I've just had to shut the blinds a bit because the sun's beaming in and it's blinding me and making everything look pale. I set up some eyebrow products and eyeliners and also some eye primers, so I think I might go in and do those first before going into the eyeshadows and lipsticks. So for brow products, there's the Eye Lure Brow Powder Kit. I don't even know what it's called. It's the one I use all the time. It's very old, which will be going into my everyday bag. The next one I got is the Rimmel London Brow This Way Brow Sculpting Kit, which is also in the shade Dark Brown. I don't know if it's going to be too dark for me, so I'll still keep it and give it a shot anyway. I've also got three eyebrow gel mascaras. One of them is the Bourjois Brow Design Brow Mascara in the shade 03 Chaton. I've also got the medium brown shade 2 brow gel from Authored. The Rimmel London Wonderful Brow, did I say waterproof? Oh, it's 24-hour waterproof brow mascara. Look at that. And then I've also got the Revolution Clear Brow Gel as well. I've actually got a lot more eyeliners than what I thought I would have. One of them is the white Doja Cat liquid eyeliner, which I have used before, but we'll pop that over with the Doja Cat collection. I've got one, it's like a pot set of eyeliner. I don't really use these much. I know some of them can be really good, but I just don't think I have the tools and skills to be able to master it. But I do have one from Maybelline in the shade Blackest Black. I've also got a range of liquid eyeliners. I've actually got quite a few eye base / eye primers, which I completely forgot I had. I've only got one high-end one, which is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I've got two from Revolution. They're exactly the same. Revolution Color Stay Eyeshadow Primer. And then the Rimmel Magnifies Eye Primer in shade 001. Then the last one I've got is the Revolution Eye Primer. Alrighty, so I'm thinking, because they're quite small, I think I might put them in these small little spaces here. Put my eyeliners in that little pile, the other eyebrow ones in here. Next are the eyeshadow primers, so I might just tuck pop those in here because I don't really use them too much. So I've just popped in these other gaps the setting sprays that I've got. So I've just got the Australis Girl Boss Illuminating Finishing Spritz, and of course good old trusty Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I popped in, these are illuminating body oils, so these are good to put along like your collarbones and whatnot if you're going on a night out. And I've also popped onto this side some eyelashes and some eye glue. It honestly barely looks like I've organised anything. This is still all the stuff I have on the floor. I have a lot of lip products that I don't know if I'll ever end up using all of them, but I've sorted them into kind of piles. This is a pile of things that I'm definitely getting rid of. The colours just I would never wear, so those will be going in the getting rid of pile. And these are all the other lip products that I've got. And I think I might end up sorting them into both of these, so I'll see how I go with that. So far for the second drawer. I'm actually puffing, I don't know why I'm so out of breath. But I have taken out these stuff from down here because I'll put them somewhere else. Alright, so we've done first drawer, second drawer, now onto the third. Next, I'm actually going to sort out the collection stuff together and then put all the rest of the eyeshadows down the bottom, I think. The Revolution So Extra Spice eyeshadow palette, which is this one here, along with her two highlighter palettes. I think this was her first one that I showed you before, and then the Cookies and Cream highlighter palette. And I do have two of these lipsticks. It's the Syrup and Fudge one, but for some reason I'm thinking that there was a third, but at this stage I can't find it. The collections for the Nikki Tutorials, Doja Cat and Jade palette are a lot bigger, so they're not actually going to fit into any of those dividers, so I might start those with the next drawer down and then go in with all the other eyeshadow palettes I have, and then the little utensil tools like brushes, sponges that I've got further down, and then we should be pretty much done. So I think I will start with the Doja Cat collection first. The 36 colour eyeshadow palette. And these are all the colours that come inside the palette. The powder blush trio in the shades Rose, which look like this. The next one is the Doja Cat Champagne Loose Powder Highlighter. So this is what the little tub looks like. And then I've got that white eyeliner that I showed you earlier, and also that mascara. Next to that drawer, I'm going to pop in the Jade eyeshadow palette. This is all the colours from that one. And then I've got the Nikki Tutorials palette. Looks like this inside. I will quickly rush through the eyeshadow palettes I have. I don't want to talk too much about them because I've been filming, I think, for over 2 hours. The first one is the Bright Matte Beauty Bay palette. I have used this before, it's amazing. If you don't have it already, it's definitely a must for your collection. The next one I've got is the Mecca Max. It says it's a limited edition Over the Moon eyeshadow palette. I did stick on a whole lot of stickers that it came with because I'm a child. And these are the colours that are in that one. I then have the Morphe James Charles palette, which is incredibly colourful. I don't know why I have so many rainbow coloured eyeshadow palettes because they're not really ones I use a lot. I then have a Kylie Jenner eyeshadow palette, the Morphe and Cherry Coat palette. It's definitely a special one because it is the one that my family got me as kind of like a present to finally having the guts to start up this channel. Another one which I really love is the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Colours in there that I use a lot. I also have the Australis Neutralised Nude eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. I haven't picked this up in a while, but it is a good affordable one to use. I've then got the Revolution Reloaded Euro Winner eyeshadow palette. Then I've also got the Revolution, it's like a 4-pack eyeshadow palette that's called Honey Honey. I've got the trusty old Too Faced chocolate bar palette, but I can still smell it. It's amazing. That goes in my everyday bag. I've then got the Too Faced, I don't even know what this one's actually called, but I think it might have been part of a Christmas one, so it just has like a little gingerbread man on it. But it's actually not just eyeshadow, so it's eyeshadows, blush, bronzer and highlighters all in one. I've then got the Too Faced, whatever this one is. I've got a Smashbox, it's called Shape Matters Eyes. I definitely haven't reached for that in a while. It might end up being something I'll get rid of. Then I've got a Models Preferred Day to Night Shadows palette. And then I've got a bunch of really weird, random, tiny little palettes that are just from drugstore. So I think I'm finally done. I will show you the finished product. I've literally only used this top half. I haven't even touched this bottom half, but I feel like if I had only that little bit, it would be really tiny and I'd be bending down all the time. But maybe one day I'll fill it up. We'll see. Okay, so just in this little bag, I have popped in most of the stuff I use for every day. I think at this point I'm sick of talking, so I might just do a little video montage of the final product. Filming that video after probably about 2.5–3 hours, but I'm really happy I finally did that. It's so much clearer, so much more room. I do need to get ready to go to my friend's house, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to support me and this small channel, please don't forget to subscribe down below. It really does mean a lot to me. Leave any comments down below of any video ideas that you'd like to see from me. If you have a makeup drawer at home, let me know how you organise yours, just in case I might end up hating how I've done mine and want to change it to something that actually works. Yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!